Righto, my name's Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. First off, I'd like to thank Brendan Montgomery for the nice typed out recipe. It included the sauces and rub for Monty's pork steaks, and that's what the show's about today. Alright everybody, my name's Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and we got an action-packed show. But before we get going, hit that subscribe button or ring that bell so you get all notified on all my future uploads, right? And look, leave a comment down below. That's very important to the show, especially if you've not commented before. Just drop a comment down there and let me know you're out there, right? And look, don't forget my Masterbuilt Facebook group. But if you're a different pit owner, you can also sign up there. All smokers are welcome for sure. And if you have a show request, you can email me at that email address. And look, everything is down below in the description. Let's go. All right, so look what we got here. These weren't an easy find for me. I had to check a couple places. I wanted to get them a little thicker. I got two about 3/4 inch nice pork steaks. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put on, I'm going to go with his mild savory barbecue rub. This is a Hogs and Heath. Okay, so we're going to stand up to do this. And according to Brendan, you want to make sure you get some on the sides, so that's what we're going to do. And look, I got to break out my Heath Riles cherry rub. Has to be done. I mean, I just got to do it, man. I just love this stuff. I know a lot of my viewers picked it up, and I see Amazon sold out of them. Okay, so we'll get some nice cherry rub on this bad boy, and again we'll get it on the sides, of course. I mean, it almost smells like a cherry lifesaver, right? This is good stuff. I'll also leave links down below. I'll see if I could find this Hogs and Heath and leave a link down below. I know a lot of my viewers like to follow along and make the recipes look. So the plan here is going to be, I got the pit cruising along at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to go pecan wood in the ash chamber, and also in the hopper, and also down below in the ash catcher, right? So that's pecan wood, 250 Fahrenheit. I'm going to smoke them for 2 hours, all right? And I'll check them for spritzing with apple juice as per Brendan's recipe. And then I'm going to pull them off and put them in a tin with a little apple juice, wrap them up, put them back on the smoker, where we're going to go 1 more hour. I'll check them for tenderness along the way, of course. Then I'm going to fire up the Masterbuilt to 700 degrees Fahrenheit and see if I can get a little char in these bad boys. So let's get over to the smoker. All right, everybody, and here we go. I got the pit, like I said, at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, I'm going a middle rack, and we are going for 2 hours, right? Now I will spritz with the apple juice spritz, and I'll do that probably once or twice, depending on how my rub is setting up. And look, there's my cherry rub, and there's my Hogs and Heath. Now, when I talk about the rib setting up, and what I'm talking about, if the rub comes off on your finger, then you know it probably doesn't need spritzing yet, right? You want that rub to sit in the meat, and when it doesn't transfer to your finger, it's time to give it a little spritz. Alrighty, and look, there we are at the end of our 2 hours, and I'm very happy with that color. Yeah, it's a good color. And you can see that rub, it's basically just become a part of the meat, right? That's not going to rub off. That is nice looking. And basically what we're going to do here is we're going to put a couple, maybe a half a cup of apple juice in the bottom of that tray. Now you don't want to pour the apple juice over the meat, right? You want to just kind of pour it around the meat. Also, what we're doing is we are going to turn the pit up to 275 Fahrenheit. And there's my Hogs and Heath, and there's my cherry rub, of course. And I'm going to get a nice tight seal. We want to get a nice steam going. We want to tenderize these ribs, and we want to do it in an hour's time, right? So I'll go 2 sheets and then a heavy duty sheet across the top. That should get the job done. Again, 275 degrees Fahrenheit on the pit. There you go. Alrighty, and basically look, after an hour of time, be careful when you unwrap the pork steaks, as you're going to get hit with a lot of steam, right? So you want to, you just want to be careful. There you go. Basically what I'm going to do here is with a fork, I'm going to check them for tenderness. I want them tender, but I don't want them fall apart tender, because I'm going to a high heat sear them, right? I'm going to char them. I'm going to cook them for another 15 minutes or so. So I want let's say a semi tender pork steak. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get these off the pit. I'm going to get a little rub on them. I'm going to get a little sauce on them, and I'm going to turn up the Masterbuilt 1050 to 700 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll get the pork steaks back on for approximately 15 minutes or until charred to your liking. I mean, I'm definitely digging the color of these pork steaks, so I think we are definitely on to something on this recipe, on this cook. And now look, my pit is climbing, right? So right now it's about 450 degrees and climbing fast. By the time I'm 5 minutes in, she'll be cranking up towards that 700 Fahrenheit temperature. Now you'll notice that heat assembly mod, that's going to catch those drippings. That'll stop some flare-ups that you're not going to want. We'll have more on that later. And what I'm going to do here, as that temp is moving up, I'm going to get a little rub on the pork steaks again and get ready to flip them. Remember, you're cooking with a rub, a BBQ sauce on the pork steaks, and that has a sugar content in it, right? That's going to help in the charring process, of course. Now you can see the temperature is really moving along, and you can see those pork steaks. I mean, wow, that's a gorgeous color, a good looking char. I'd say we got about another minute or two. That's it. Look, I'm going to call these bad boys done. I mean, I'm digging that color. I'm digging that char. And I believe I'm going to be digging this whole recipe, right? Man. Now look, we'll get these on the board, and I think what I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to check them for tenderness, and also I want to get a little bit more rub on them, and definitely want to get some BBQ sauce on them. And you could see they are pretty tender. Oh man, yeah. You could see they're, I wouldn't say they're a fall off the bone type tender, but they are definitely pull apart tender. And they definitely could use a little BBQ sauce to sweeten them up a little bit. There you go. You know, nothing says a barbecue, nothing says summer, right? Like some char and some BBQ sauce together. And I'm 100% digging this recipe. I want to thank Brendan for it. You the man. The cherry rub did outdo the Hogs and Heath rub a little bit, in my opinion. Everyone's taste buds are different, but look, I'm going to leave the ingredients down in the description if you want to pick up this stuff, or hell, even use your favorite rubs that you have on these pork steaks. This is well, look, this is a keeper recipe. This is something different, and this is something you definitely going to want to do. And look, I like to thank my subscribers, new and old. Leave a comment down below. It's very important. Don't forget my Facebook group, my Masterbuilt Facebook group. You check that out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get notified on all of my future uploads. It's very important to the show. Until next time, we shall see you soon.